Good morning, Uncle Alan. Sorry, had a late night last night. I'm on my way. Be there in an hour? Promise. Shit.
Day 1 of Project Duplicant. 20 years to the day, innovator and political hero Alan DeSoto. We revisit the clones to see if they can carry on the legacy set down by the doctor. Hopefully, the results are pleasing. This is Dr. Elaine Pollien, intern, observing the progress.
You'd be fired if you weren't my niece with all these tardies you've been building up.
Apologies, Uncle.
It's doctor when we're in the labs.
Doctor. Apologies, Doctor. I was up late last night with my good friend.
I suppose you are entitled to a life outside these walls. We all are. Dr. Malai is still single. You'd make a good husband.
I don't need a husband right now, with all due respect, Doctor.
I get it. Taking some time to yourself. But don't wait too long. You don't want to end up alone. Your parents would have wanted you to be happy. Being happy is the most important thing. Well, let's get to it. Hi there. You are clone V0545. So, how you been?
Alive.
Okay. The other doctors told me that you gave yourselves names. I imagine you did too. So, what's your name?
Vlad.
Vlad, that's a nice name. I have questions prepared here for you and your brothers based on your files. It says you've been very complacent during your time here. Your rebellious phase lasted a record 3 hours. What happened? I wanted to see my brothers. And what changed? The doctors said you had instructed them to raise us all the same. That it would make us more like you. But why listen? The clones who don't survive the test tube growth are carted away and incinerated. I don't know, nor want to know, what happens to the clones that fail your trials. Good clones do what they are told, when they are told. I believe the purpose is to win. Wins what? The function of your tasks and trials is to win. Doesn't matter what we win.
Your thoughts?
He's dutiful, but he shows no true creative thought. He does what he's told. He believes that's his entire purpose. S8049. Name?
What?
The other doctors told me you all gave yourselves names. I imagine you did too. So, what's your name?
It's Santi.
Santi. That's a nice name. I have questions prepared for every one of your brothers based on your files. In your files, it says that you have panic attacks during your studies. Why?
Well, I mean, it's kind of scary, right?
What is?
I mean, a doctor said you're raising us to be like you, to do what you do in the outside world, but it sounds kind of hard, you know? I mean, I don't know if I'd be good enough. I can't be you. It's scary, right?
Probably not. J3454. Name? Oh, I go by Jim. The doctors say you're very disheartened and you've been diagnosed with depression. Do you mind me asking why?
All these experiments of yours. We go through these tasks and tests that you give us, but for what? You clearly have expectations for us, but part of that is expecting us to meet those expectations, right? Short of complete authoritarianism, that's impossible. For a doctor, I think you generalize too much.
R3617. Name?
Richard.
Is that a play on your castration as a child?
Well, yeah. But it's funny, right? Yeah.
W3782. Name?
Wyatt.
So what's your deal?
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Your whole life you've been subjected to tests of both the physical and the mental kind. Have you any thoughts on any of that?
Total honesty.
Yes.
I think it's inhumane what you were doing here. Treating us like experiments to achieve a goal you yourself want to achieve, but are hoping we can do it for you.
And why do you think
Why
that
else
is?
create us and keep us here? You clearly want us to do something we are not achieving. First few years, I thought you wanted us as bodyguards, the way you had each of us take the same tests. Clearly I was mistaken, but you are still trying to make each and every one of us identical in some capacity, though you fail to realize we are each our own person. It is truly remarkable what you have done here. I've tried to think on how you could have achieved perfect cloning technology. Cloning is possible through transferring the DNA from an animal's somatic cell into an egg cell that has had its nucleus and DNA removed. I also imagine you need an egg, which as a male of the human species you do not possess.
Are you asking me who your genetic mother is?
I suppose I am. Who was she?
You know you were born in a test tube. If you have a mother, I don't know who she was.
So, who's next?
M9418 Marlin, D1412 Declan, V0459 Vincent, A5101 Asher, Q8507 Quinlan. On paper, each of them is a name and a list of traits and experiences and results. And yet I come here, I sit in with several dozen of them, and I feel like I don't know any of them. Why is that?
For a genius, you know so little. You don't know them. These are essentially your children. And this is the first time you've ever seen them. And what's worse, you come back and you expect them all to be you. Expect them to all be the same.
Well, they should be. In terms of their nature, they are me. Therefore, it must be their nurture that you and your doctors have fucked up somewhere along the way.
They're people.
They're mine. They're supposed to be who I want them to be. We modified and raised them every way they could to be perfect. And all these small factors have led to them being vastly different. Why can't they be who I want them to be?
They're individuals.
Clones aren't individuals. They have no rights outside of these walls. There are rules for who a person should be. Strict rules. More so with clones. If they continue to deviate, they're pointless.
Pointless? So someone doesn't live up to your perfect standards, and so you reject them? Throw them away?
Why are you defending them? They're disappointments. You of all people should understand how important it is to follow rules, to be who you are meant to be, who you should be.
I have a girlfriend. I've been dating Brea now for the last several months. She's not just my friend. I love her. She makes me happy.
It's just a phase, Elaine.
It's not! I love her, and I want to be with her. I want to hug her, kiss her, be intoxicated by her smell. I want to go places with her, feel her skin on mine, wake up to her smile every morning. I'm happy. I'm bisexual.
Bisexual. If you're bisexual, why not be with a man? Do you know how many people in this country will still give you funny looks when they see you with a woman? Talk behind your back and call you names? And if you marry her, people have been attacked for less.
I don't care.
Well, I do. I'm your uncle, and it's my job to keep you safe. You know how your parents felt. How do you think they'd feel if they saw you with a hussy?
You can fuck up your children's nurture by yourself.
B9223, you... I'm waiting a while to see my father. Hate to say it, I'm not all that impressed, to be honest. For a man who was supposed to have saved the world from its own vanity, I mean. You know what you were grown and bred for. The other doctor was kind enough to tell me. We were grown to be the next you, save the world, all that drivel. But you didn't save the world all on your lonesome, did you? You created us not out of your love of the world, but your ego, your hubris. We're meant to suffer our existence because you can't stand the idea of a world where you didn't play a hand in its formation, where you're not important. You'll be forgotten eventually. We all will. You're part of the old guard. Your absence is required for the world to grow and evolve. You'd have it stay as it is. That's our true purpose.
And your intention?
Burn it all down. Starting with you. Your experiment would hinder the world's change.
Look, Barry, is it?
Benny.
Look, you don't
Maybe not.
understand.
But I don't care to. Better to die as who I am than live as someone else.